Okay, welcome back. This is week 6 of Shoes Brews Reviews. The first beer we're going to talk about today is by one of my favorite breweries ever, Stone Brewery. They are originally, they were founded in 1996 in San Marcos, California. They're currently headquartered out of Escondido. But what I want to talk about their first beer that a lot of people might be familiar with would be like their pale ale. Um, and of course, they make the arrogant bastard line of IPAs, and my son has kind of assigned that to me as my flagship or my namesake beer, and for reasons that we won't go into. But anyway, I wanted to kind of share this one. This one is a low calorie but high flavor. I mean, it's really good. I've had it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. This is 96 calories, 5 grams of carbs for a 12-ounce beer, for 4% ABV. And so it's like a session IPA, but it has all the flavor and all the body. And when I say that, the mouthfeel and the aroma and so on of one of their higher end IPAs. It's made with Mosaic and Citra hops, and kind of a the haziness we talked about a couple weeks ago is kind of the result of the suspension of the yeast in the beer. Yeah, this one is really good. We're going to go ahead and bust it open. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about maybe some of the tasting notes and so on. So it does, if you check out the Stone website or whatever, they say, well, it has the bitterness of an IPA, but kind of the flavors you expect would be like an orange or a lime or something like that. Now, and I'm not going to lie to anybody, it does not taste like an orange. Okay, it has an orange aroma. There's some bitterness, when you eat an orange and you don't peel it all the way, and it has that kind of, I guess, aromatic type quality to it or whatever, but it is not sweet. Okay, this is an IPA. It's not going to be sweet. It's not supposed to be sweet. As far as the IBU, it's 35 IBU, so it's not like really insanely bitter, but it does definitely taste like an IPA. So I'm going to go ahead and bust into this one real quick. It's almost 2 o'clock on a Saturday. It might be time for me to go ahead and have one. But the thing about this beer that I really like is you take a look at the color and, and the appearance of it. And you think about beers like this with their, you see something like this on at a bar or at a brew pub or whatever, and you're thinking, oh man, this thing's going to be like, 12% IPA or 12% ABV, and it has, a billion calories or anything. This beer, for the calorie and for the carbs, is absolutely one of the best beers that you can buy for, if you're interested in something that has, again, I'm not talking about Miller Lite, I'm not talking about, Mick Ultra or anything like that, but a beer that actually has some flavor and some body and something that you can really get into as far as enjoying it. And again, I wouldn't, a lot of folks' palate, I can't drink them all day, right? They say it's a session IPA, and when we talk about a session, that's kind of like, oh, sit down and drink all day or whatever. I can't drink these all day. As a matter of fact, anybody that's ever sat down with me, in the past 10 years or whatever, I rotate. I mean, I have a very varied beer refrigerator, so I'll have a couple of these, and I'll have like a summer shandy or a sour or a couple pilsners or something like that. But these are really, really good palate cleansers. So like if you're sitting around and you guys are like grilling out or doing whatever, and it's about time to eat, that's a good time to have one of these because it's a really good palate cleanser. Anyway, so when you pour this beer, again, you can see the haziness, right? You can't see through it. And it's got the, when you smell it, it's almost like a pepper, almost, it's floral. It's not, again, an IPA has that because of the hops, because of the aromatic hops. It has a botanical type smell anyway. But this one is like I said, it's almost like a pepper smell, and it's really, really, refreshing, I guess is the right word. It makes you feel like you're outside. If you know, if you've ever like mowed grass and it has that kind of like fresh mown grass smell. And there's some citrus in that too because of the yeast. And what I'll tell you about the taste is it really does have kind of a citrus type, you know, it's almost like a pineapple kind of overtone to it. Again, it doesn't taste like a pineapple necessarily, but it has kind of like a hint of that pineapple or orange kind of, you know, citrus note to it. So it's really, really good. Again, you know, like I said, for the calories and the carbs, this beer is really, really solid. You know, I keep it in my refrigerator all the time. And as far as the taste, I mean, it's an IPA, so it's going to be bitter. It's not going to be, this one, like I said, because it's sessionable, it's not over the top, like really crazy bitter, like some of the other beers. Like I've had the Quadra Triticale, and I've had you know, I can go on and on about how many Stone products I've tried. And a lot of times you get up to the point on an IPA where it almost starts to taste like medicine. And this does not do that. They keep enough of the sweetness of the fruit kind of, you know, in it so that it doesn't get to that point. But, you know, like I said, again, it's supposed to be hazy. It's called an American Hazy IPA. It is exactly what it should look like. And as far as the flavor, like I said, there's there's kind of, honestly, there's kind of like a oatmeal note in there too. So if you think about like oatmeal kind of orangey, I can't really get into, you know, other than to say that it's really good. That's really all I can say about it. But the more you think about, like, as you taste it, and you can pick out different you know, flavor profiles and from the hops and from the malt, you know, is it something that people that like Miller Lite are going to enjoy? I would say probably not. But like, again, if you want to expand your palate a little bit and move outside of just those mainstream beers, this is a great place to start, especially, like I said, for the nutritional value when you think about calories and carbs. So again, Stone Brewing, the Neverending Haze, the American Hazy IPA, I will go 5 on the taste. I will go 5 on the aroma, the color. Yeah, I mean, you know, as you can see, it's a little bit, you know, I mean, it's supposed to be a hazy IPA, so it does look like that. So I'll give it a 4 for that. And the bitterness for a session IPA, the bitterness is spot on. And again, I would put this up as a you know, kind of like the role model of if what somebody wanted to make a session IPA, it should be like this. So I'll go 5 on that. And again, 19 out of 20. And is it supposed to be, you know, does it hit the style like it's supposed to? I would say yes. And again, Stone, great job. I mean, this is definitely something that you should try if you want to get outside the mainstream as far as low calorie beers. So anyway, might be time to finish this bad boy off. Boy, that's good beer.